Thank you for joining me today. Today we shall continue our discussion on the business summary document template that was sent to you by the Tony Elumelu Foundation Entrepreneurship Program. Today we shall focus on the features and functionalities section. That's the second section after the problem and solution statements. Last week we discussed the problem and solution statements, and I thank you guys for the feedback. Some persons who were already making mistakes got corrected and have integrated those corrections to the business summary templates. As I promised, I will continue to address all the sections in this business summary document. Now, before we discuss the features and functionalities section today, I would like to remind you that the document you have, that template, is not your business plan. It is called business summary document, which means it contains both your business plan and your financial model. As a matter of fact, in the ongoing training, one of the modules discussed 3 things you need as an entrepreneur for you to get funding from an investor. Now, the first one is your business plan, the second one is a financial statement, that's a financial model rather, not financial statement, financial model, and the third one is your pitch. You can call it pitch deck. Now, back to TEF. You have to submit your business plan, you have to submit a financial model, and you have to make a video for pitch. So that document contains both your business plan and your financial model. The section for financial model is your profitability, and profitability is linked with your pricing. I will address that section later, but you should understand that profitability contains your financial model, and you're asked to calculate the profit margin there as well. We will get to that perhaps by next week, but by Thursday I will still drop another video. Let's continue. Features and functionalities. In the features and functionalities section, you have 2 different sections. The first section contains 100 words, while the second section is expecting you to bring up something within 50 words. And the first section is how does your business work? You are also asked to describe the unique features of your business offerings and how it addresses the identified problem. Very important. And they give you a space of 100 words maximum. Now, let me explain what you need to do there. In the previous section, that is the problem and solution statement, you have identified a problem and you've also identified a solution, you've put forward a solution. But because of what limits, you might not have had the opportunity to elaborate on your solution. This is an opportunity. The features and functionality is an opportunity for you to elaborate on your solution. Now, there are 3 things they need to hear from you in this very first session of the features and functionalities. The first thing is your business description. The second thing is your business model. The third thing is your competitive advantage, and that's why this talks about the unique features, your competitive advantage. Now, the business description, how do you make your solutions? You've identified the solution, how do you do it? You've also identified a solution. What model do you use to pass it on? If it is a product, what model do you use? If it is a service, what model do you use? What business model? Then, in that your industry, what do you do that is special? Why will people choose you? If it is a soup industry, you produce soup, why would people choose your brand? That's the unique features. They want to get all this in these are features and functionalities. That's the first part of your features and functionalities, and you have 100 words to answer that. Now, you can use perhaps the first paragraph or the first statement to address the first question there. That's the business description. You have to describe your business. Just feel free to describe your business because you do not have the opportunity to do that in the problem and solution statement. This business is like this. This is what we do. Okay, I am let's say Sanka Empire is a shoemaking business. I'm just using one statement to identify these things I'm discussing now, so that somebody will not just go and copy the verbatim. The next thing is we operate on the B2B and the B2C business model. B2B means business to business, while B2C is business to customers. By business to business, you manufacture your shoes and you sell it to some maybe small businesses around your locality or outside your locality. Then they sell it. You may still make profit. While B2C means you manufacture shoes, then you sell it to customers. So that's the model. You can also say we operate on a bespoke business model. Bespoke means that perhaps I can walk into your shop and tell you, okay, I need a shoe, a brand shoe. That's the favorite shoe I used to wear. I need a brand shoe of size 43. That's my shoe size of size 43, and it should be made with a very good leather. You can now perhaps take my measurement. You can now, okay, I've told you the measurement. You can now just get the shoes and send it to me. But some persons can just okay, I need a shoe of color, or this color, this size, this nature, with materials used in manufacturing them. You just get it done and deliver. That's a business model. That's the bespoke business model. Now the next thing there is the competitive advantage. You need to identify, or you need to point out your competitive advantage. By competitive advantage, what you do or what you're doing that is different from what others are doing in the same industry. It's very important. You will also think of why should people choose you. What are you doing? How are you doing this? Okay, this is what we are doing. We are manufacturing shoes, but we create an app where people can log in and also perhaps place order. We do home deliveries. We do this to deliver. These are things you can bring up. Or during our business model, we also operate an app to pick. Oh, let me not discuss this business. This is someone's business. It just came into my mind. My mouth shut up. So, what do you do that is different from what others are doing? Okay, you need to put that forward. So, if you can capture these three things in this very first section of the features and functionalities, then you are in tracks. The first one is your business description, so that they can perhaps understand your business properly. The second thing there is your business model, how you deliver your offerings, how you deliver your business. The third thing there is your competitive advantage. It must not be about a product or a goods. It can also be about services. But what is important is mark these three cardinals. That's a business description, aside your business description, your business model, and your competitive advantage. That's what is important here. Now let us quickly discuss the last session. That's the second part that they give you only 50 words. In this section, they ask you, how will you produce or provide your business offerings? Yes, how will you produce or provide your business offerings? Very important. If I'm manufacturing shoe, just like the shoe business I use, by shoe I mean footwear. Yeah, so if I'm manufacturing footwear, how do I do that? They want to know in this very section, this section that they give you 50 words under features and functionalities, the second paragraph that you have 50 words there. They want to know how you get your raw materials. That's if you are into the production of a product or a goods. How do you get your raw materials? What do you do with it? How do you arrive at the finished products? How do you? So if I'm manufacturing shoes, how do I get my raw materials? What are my raw materials? How do I get the sources locally? They also want to know if you are one of those that imports your raw materials. They just want to know. So do you source it locally? Perhaps I can say, though I am not saying it as an authority in this case, but I can say that with my experience, materials or businesses whose raw materials are sourced locally have high chances of winning the grant. I am not saying that if you are importing your raw materials that you will not win. I am not saying that. I am not Tunel. I'm only saying it based on my engagement with the program for the past years. So, do you source it locally? How do you? So perhaps I get this. Okay, I get these raw materials from local farmers. I wash it. I rinse it thoroughly. I peel it. After peeling it, I cut it. I grind it. I mix it with water. I mix it with omo. I boil it. I do this, and that's how I came out about this. And now package it. That's what they want to know. That's what this very session wants you to. This is what they want from you at this very session. How do you get it? How do you produce it? Now, that's for those whose businesses are deals with products or goods. For businesses that deals with services, How do you offer your services? Do you do it online, like visually, or it has to be physical? And if it is physical or visually, how do you equip yourself? How do you get prepared? What are the things necessary for you to offer your services? What are those things? Industrial cleaning is a service. So how do you offer your service? Okay, if you are into industrial cleaning, you go to the office, or perhaps they book an appointment with you. You go there, when you get there, you wash, you mop, and you do this. And how do you equip yourself to do that? Calm down, do these things. When you are done, ask your friends ask any of your friends who are business inclined, or management team, to review these things. Pass it on to perhaps a sibling, pass it on to your parents if they are learned enough, pass it on to your children if you have children who are learned enough. They should just read it, because if that's if you cannot put yourself at the reader's point of view, allow another person to read it and interrogate you, you will get it right. Thank you and good luck. But before we go, I want to tell you something. I'm frowning at some set of people. Some set of people just enter here, download my videos, send it to WhatsApp groups. I don't like it. I don't like it. Do not download the videos. If you want to download it like your personal consumption, why will you download the video and share it to the WhatsApp group? I am doing this free of charge. The only thing I need from you is encouragement, and the encouragement comes from liking this video, watching this video, and sharing this video. What's stopping you from sharing the link than downloading it and share? Don't download and share the link. Use the share button, share the link. Other persons should follow the link and come back to my YouTube channel to watch. That's the only way to appreciate me. Do not download the video. And on the other hand, people are mistaking us as affiliates of TEF. No. Sanka Empire is not an affiliate of the Tony Elumelu Foundation Entrepreneurship Program. We are independent consulting firm located in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. We are business consulting firm located in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. Though by the grace of God, I personally have served as a coach and also as a mentor since 2018. That is a year after I won the grant. I won the grant in 2017. So you need to understand these things. Thank you and good luck.